He told us to run.
Guys, what's happening? Just go. Go!
Hello and welcome to Director's Choice, the show where we take a deep dive into the world of film and television. Today, we're going to be exploring the complex and fascinating character of Ghost from the 2018 Marvel Cinematic Universe film Ant-Man and the Wasp. Played by actress Hannah John Kamen, Ghost possesses the ability to phase through solid objects due to a quantum accident that occurred when she was a child. Her powers cause her intense pain and disorientation, and she is desperate to find a cure for herself. Throughout the film, Ghost's backstory, relationships with other characters, and psychological breakdown are explored in great detail, making her one of the most interesting and compelling villains in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Join us as we take a deep dive into the character of Ghost and explore her motivations, psychology, and relationships with other characters. From her tragic backstory to her moments of redemption, we'll be discussing all aspects of this complex and fascinating character. In the Marvel Comics, Ghost is a male character who first appeared in Iron Man number 219 in 1987. He is a technological saboteur who uses his abilities to infiltrate and disrupt corporate operations. However, the film version of Ghost is significantly different, as the character was reimagined as a woman for Ant-Man and the Wasp. Ghost's backstory in the film is explored in more detail through flashback and conversations with other characters. As a child, she was exposed to quantum energy in a lab accident that killed both of her parents. The exposure caused her to phase through solid objects and experience intense pain and disorientation. She was taken in by S.H.E.I.L.D, where she was trained as an assassin and experimented on in order to harness her powers for the agency. Her experiences at S.H.E.I.L.D left her with deep emotional scars and a distrust of authority figures. She eventually left the agency and began to work as a freelance operative, using her powers to carry out dangerous missions. In Ant-Man and the Wasp, Ghost is initially portrayed as a villain who is working with Sonny Burch to steal technology from Hank Pym's lab.
Give me that.
However, as the story progresses, her motivations and backstory are explored in more detail, revealing a more complex and sympathetic character. Overall, Ghost's backstory is a powerful exploration of trauma and the ways in which it can shape a person's life. Her experiences with S.H.E.I.L.D and her exposure to quantum energy have left her with deep emotional scars and a desperate desire to find a cure for herself. Her backstory adds depth and complexity to her character, making her one of the most interesting and compelling villains in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Ghost's desire to find a cure for her condition drives much of her character's arc in Ant-Man and the Wasp. Her powers have caused her intense trauma and pain, leading to moments of anger and desperation. She is willing to do whatever it takes to find a cure, even if it means hurting innocent people or resorting to violent means. Ghost's struggle with her condition is a key part of her character's arc. Her powers cause her intense pain and disorientation, and she is constantly searching for a cure that will allow her to live a normal life. Her desperation to find a cure leads her to make questionable decisions and put others in danger. However, as the story progresses, she begins to question her methods and motives. She realizes that her actions have consequences for others and that she is hurting innocent people in order to achieve her goals. This realization causes her to reevaluate her goals and work with the heroes to find a solution that doesn't harm others. Ghost's psychological breakdown is further explored through her relationships with other characters. She struggles with feelings of isolation and distrust, stemming from her traumatic childhood and experiences at S.H.E.I.L.D. She is conflicted about hurting people she cares about in order to find a cure for herself, and her desperation to save herself causes her to make questionable decisions. Ghost's struggles with trauma and mental health make her a relatable and compelling character. Her experiences with isolation and distrust, as well as her desperate desire to find a cure, are issues that many people can relate to. Her arc in Ant-Man and the Wasp is a powerful exploration of the toll that trauma and desperation can take on a person. Ghost's relationships with other characters are also a key part of her character's arc. Her relationship with Dr. Bill Foster is explored in the film, as he served as a mentor figure to her when she was at S.H.E.I.L.D. Their relationship becomes strained when Foster leaves the organization, but they ultimately reconcile and work together to try to find a solution to Ghost's condition. Ghost's relationship with Hank Pym and his daughter, Hope Van Dyne, is initially hostile because she sees them as obstacles to her goal of finding a cure. However, as they learn more about her situation, they begin to understand her motivations and work with her to find a solution that benefits everyone. This ultimately leads to a tentative alliance between Ghost and the heroes. Ghost's redemption arc in Ant-Man and the Wasp is a powerful and emotional journey. Her decision to help the heroes in the final battle is a pivotal moment for her character. She puts aside her own desires and goals to help stop Sonny Birch and protect innocent people. This decision shows her growth as a character and her willingness to do what's right, even if it goes against her own interests. Another great moment for Ghost is when she reveals her tragic backstory to Hank Pym and Hope Van Dyne. Her story is a heartbreaking one, and it gives the audience a greater understanding of why she is so desperate to find a cure for herself. This moment humanizes her character and adds depth to her motivations. Ghost's reunion with Dr. Bill Foster is also a powerful moment for her character. Their relationship has been strained for years, but they ultimately reconcile and work together to find a solution to Ghost's condition. Her character arc is one of the most compelling in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and her journey is a powerful exploration of trauma, redemption, and the human experience. Ghost's worst moments in the film are those where she is willing to hurt others in order to achieve her goals. Her attack on Hank Pym's lab is a low point for her character, as she uses her powers to harm innocent people in order to steal the technology that she needs. In conclusion, Ghost is a complex and sympathetic character who is driven by her own struggles and desires. Ant-Man and the Wasp is a great example of how complex and interesting villains can be in superhero movies. Ghost is not just a one-dimensional antagonist, but a character with her own motivations and desires. The character of Ghost represents a nuanced and compassionate approach to storytelling that is becoming more common in popular culture. By exploring the psychology of characters like Ghost, we can better understand the complexities of the human experience and the struggles that we all face. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Director's Choice. We hope you enjoyed our exploration of Ghost from Ant-Man and the Wasp. From her struggles with trauma and mental health to her moments of redemption, Ghost's character is a powerful exploration of the human experience. We hope that this episode has given you a greater understanding and appreciation for this fascinating character. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this, and let us know in the comments what other characters you'd like us to explore in future episodes. Thank you for watching Director's Choice, and we'll see you next time.